Hi there, it's Doris, your traveling golf diva. And today we're bringing somebody from Salt Lake City, Utah, who was named 2020 Professional Women of the Year. Why? Well, we divas need to know everything.
Hello, divas and gents, and welcome to the Traveling Golf Diva Podcast, where golf meets travel, lifestyle, and unforgettable adventures. Here's your host, Doris Muscarella.
Jillian Johnson, welcome to the Traveling Golf Diva. So, can you tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and how you made it to become the 2020 Professional Women of the Year?
Oh man. I guess the listeners probably need to know about LEGS, Ladies Executive Golf Society. So before Salt Lake, I guess I'm a little bit of a traveling golf diva myself, just bouncing between Wyoming, Arizona, Colorado, South America, then ended up in Florida. And I'm kind of more of a skier mountain bike chick. And then I moved to Florida and all my friends are like, you do know there's no mountains, it's flat. And so reconnected with golf, because there's plenty of golf courses, and was the first female caddy at TPC Sawgrass. And while I was doing that, I was also working in finance and insurance, and I would meet so many women that would say, I really want to learn how to golf. And I just had compassion for them. I'm like, well, you're not going to go out and practice putting on your own. You really don't want to learn from your husband or significant other, because you're most likely going to have a terrible experience and maybe get a divorce. And I felt that there just wasn't what I envisioned women wanted, where it was super fun, beginner friendly, female friendly, 9-hole scramble or a lesson, and really just all, like, my passion was empowering women. I just feel like women are incredible and we have so much power in the collective. And so I really felt that women were missing out on the networking and opportunities on the golf course and to do business with one another. And so in 2018, started LEGS, Ladies Executive Golf Society, as a passion project. And then, so 2020, then fast forward to 2020, that was the year that I won that award. And I think for me, that award was so special. This may be TMI, and I know we're maybe 5 minutes into the show, but outside of COVID, that year I accidentally left my garage door open and a man broke into my home, and luckily I fought him off, but like basically fought for my life, and he got away. And so the day that I won that award, I left. I was so just honored, because I'm like, me, I started this little thing. And then I got the call from the detective and they got him. So that moment for me was so memorable, because it was traumatic, and you have to just show back up at work the next day with scratches on your face, like with just your nervous system unregulated. And so it just felt like all of that trauma and work and showing up, it was recognized and worth it. So yeah, and now here we are, 2026, we have 26 chapters across the US. So most likely where you're listening from, we have a LEGS chapter in your area, which I did not envision it going that way, but here we are.
And I remember when you started. Remember? And then you had Post-its all over your wall as to your strategy, your plan, your goals. Do you remember that? We talked about that. And I'm like, girl, you got something really, really good. Traveling Golf Diva was about connections, primarily with women, even though we have connected with men that are amazing also. But the concept of networking with each other is so powerful all over the world. I have friends in Marbella, Spain. I have friends in Scotland, Ireland, that we've come together. Each one has our own, whatever we're working on. but it's a great connection. And I remember when Legs started and it just took off. Kudos to you.
Mm.
You've done an amazing job, and it will continue to grow because that's in your business plan and growth.
Oh,
And I'm going to help you do that.
oh, well, same to you. You've done so many cool endeavors in the golf world, and you really are such a great connector of women. And I see it that way. I think some people look at networking as like a dirty word, but I think it's just building friendships where you're there to support them on their life journey, whether it is business or looking for a sugar daddy or looking for to buy a golf club or commercial real estate. So kudos to you as well.
I love network. I'm a people person. I've never said this, but when I was about 6 years old, I'm originally from Puerto Rico. We moved to Washington. My father got transferred. We moved to Washington. I think I was in first grade. And they gave us a piece of paper and some crayons, and I drew people. And the only word in English that I remembered was people, because I love people. I like to meet, talk, whatever. And when the teacher would say, "What is your name?" I would say, "People." And, 1 + 1 is people. So, because I loved people, and networking is something that comes very natural to me because of that.
Oh,
In every way possible. I strongly believe that women need to connect more.
hmm.
The game of golf is pretty much more men than women, and that's okay. We are really making a dent, and we're working together. And Legs is a great example of that,
Hmm.
with your mission and your vision that you have. Was there a specific moment or experience that sparked this idea of Legs?
I think a, a couple. So when I was in high school, I'm short. I'm 5'4". My dad was like, "Hey, you could play golf. You could play this for the rest of your life. If you want to get into business, you could use it. You can beat the boys, or you could play volleyball and have some coach telling you to dig and wear knee pads." And so started that where I always envisioned golf being a part of my business life, but never this. And honestly, it was thanks to my amazing boss, Will Montoya, who was like a father figure mentor that said, "Hey, you love golf. You need to come down to South Florida and meet Rich Rogers. He has this thing called 6 Degrees Golf." And I went down there and I experienced it. But
Yes.
I felt that I just felt like I am so passionate about women and empowering women and giving them that safe space to try it out where nobody else will put out a hand saying, "Here, let me help you. You're not going to embarrass yourself." And so it wouldn't have started if it weren't for Will Montoya and Rich Rogers. And I think the moment that I realized, okay, I'm going to quit my job and do this full time. Insurance isn't the sexiest job, and you really have to be an insurance nerd, I think, to do it for the rest of your life. And I just knew deep down, I'm like you, I'm a people person. I don't want to be behind a spreadsheet. There were parts of it I loved, but every Monday I would wake up and I knew I needed to do my job, but all I wanted to do was legs. And so my I would go to the beach every morning and just kind of meditate on it. And then, you do it enough, your soul or just your gut yells, it keeps on shouting like, "Hey, just do it." So I did it, and it was almost like the universe was like, "Oh, thank you. You finally listened." And just kind of doors started opening, and you're just kind of in this flow state of excitement. And it made me feel like, okay, this is without a doubt what I was here or put on the planet to do. So I'm going to do it as best as I can. Worst case, I go back to insurance, but I really don't want to, so you better work harder in this.
I don't think you're going to go back to insurance. And you know what? And being in front of a computer all day is not for me either. I really enjoy networking and getting out. And once you meet people and you start connecting and building relationships, it's easier to give referrals and hire somebody that you know. 20 years ago, I met a real estate attorney 20 years ago, and we talk almost every week. We are best of friends. She moved to Tallahassee. I still live down here. She tried to play golf. It didn't work out for her. But I trust her with every real estate transaction. She did my wills and estates. I mean, and it was built on I met her at a networking event, a women's networking event 20 years ago. So I mean, and the premise of Legs is to meet and network, correct?
I'll be honest. I got criticism at first saying you can't cater to all these archetypes of female golfers. You know, you have the professional woman, you have the stay-at-home mom, you have the retired woman. And I felt that when you come to a Legs event, women are so busy. They got so much going on in their lives. It can be whatever you want. If you've had a stressful day and you just want to smash balls and not walls, we're here for your stress relief. If you just moved to town and you're looking to meet new friends, looking for more women to golf with, we can be that for you. If you're a financial advisor and you're looking for more clients, then we can be that for you. It really is more about the networking than the golf. The golf is just the platform for women to authentically show up as they are and find what they need organically. So it's not like a BNI, you know, where you have to do this referral or this referral. We always do a shameless plug at our events, which really is just giving that platform for women to say, hey, what can we do to support you? Or what is it that you need to be successful? And here's a room of 50 or 60 ladies that might know who the casting director of Survivor is, so you can be on the show Survivor. So you hear a lot of impactful stories like, I just beat breast cancer and now I'm writing a book, or I'm running for city council. And then you have not just one person to call on, you have a group of 50 women that want to support you and have you be successful.
It's my understanding that if you are a beginner, you could take a lesson, correct?
Correct, yes. And the reason, so that was a learning lesson along the way, because we used to do it. First Wednesday of the month was called the Legs Improvement Club, the lesson. And then the third Wednesday of the month was the 9 and Wine. And I would get so many women that would say, oh, I'll wait till next month because I'm not good enough to be out on the course. So we just beta tested, hey, can we do the lesson or do the 9 and Wine at 5 and the lesson at 6 and then the reception at 7. So we're capturing the beginners and then the ladies that just want to get out and golf. And it worked. It's a little intensive on the check-in because you're kind of checking in one group, but then they all get back together at the same time. So we are more designed for that never touch the club, I'm not a golfer, very beginner, than I play in multiple leagues and I'm a 7 handicap and I'm obsessed with golf.
Right.
Because there's already leagues out there and that's just not what we are.
Correct. And I like the fact that you have the option. You have options to learn and you have options to play. And then you get together and play. Same concept of 6 Degrees, which is where if you want a lesson, and I would always take because I was a member of 6 Degrees, which is an amazing group. I would always take the lesson, no matter how many years I've played golf, because the pros or the concepts are, it's just you always have to remember it, and it helps you. And then I would network till I was blue in the face because I thought I like.
Yeah. And not to say that if you're, like a really good golfer, that Legs isn't for you, but it's a different, you have to be the type of woman that wants to give back, and we would have a ton of collegiate golfers come and they would feel so amazing because they helped that woman, that had never had the opportunity to learn golf. And so if you're that kind of person that wants to feel kind of good in your heart for giving back to these other women that haven't had the opportunity, then Legs is for you. But if you're really, really, really competitive and you want to only play with people that are better than you, then I'll be the first to say Legs might not be for you. And it's not for everyone, but we do try to make it for as many women as possible.
That's wonderful. Is there a chapter in Palm Beach?
It's so funny you say that because that is like the one spot in Florida that we're not yet. I think Palm Beach has that great course. There's great women in Palm Beach. So hopefully by 2027 or maybe the end of the year, we can get Palm Beach going. We just need, it's the right woman that leads it kind of with that service mindset. Like you, very gregarious, go giver mindset, loves to be out in the community. So we're just looking for the right leader, and then stay tuned.
Yeah. Palm Beach is huge, by the way. I mean, I live in Palm Beach. I belong to 3 leagues, and I'm telling you, there's so many women out here. They play golf, so we could talk offline about that. But love the concept. There's something that I read that says that one of unique parts of legs is experiencing golf in an unorthodox, female-friendly way. How do you balance fun and learning while still improving everyone's golf game?
I mean, I think it's scientifically proven that the more fun you're having, the better you play. So, uh, I don't think we do a very good job balancing it where it's just fun all the time. And my mom said this to me the other day. She's like, fun is underrated, like being able to be fun is such an underrated quality, in business where, you say, I have good, these skills, but I think we really put the emphasis in fun because you have to be able to laugh at yourself. Like you're going to top the ball at some point in your golf career, guaranteed. You're going to chunk it at some point, and you just have to be able to find the humor in it. Like, yeah, we're not really, legs only has 2 requirements to be a member. Like we really focus on ambitious women, and that doesn't mean to say ambitious you're a C-suite executive. I know some seriously ambitious women that are stay-at-home moms, but they're crushing all of those things that they just work hard. And then we like positive vibes, so no negative Nancy's, so
Hmm.
I wouldn't say we do a great job of balancing fun and seriousness. We very much err on the fun because I do think it's effective in learning. If somebody makes you laugh, you remember it. But if you're stuck, in a really boring like school room, you might not remember it. So all fun.
And there's something in common with golf. And correct me if I'm wrong, but when you play golf, you have a GPS because you need to know the yardage. You know your clubs, so you start thinking, okay, I'm in the first hole. It's a par 4, and you start thinking about the strategy. And when you're in business, an entrepreneur, or even working for somebody, you have to have a plan. You have to have your to-do list. You have to have what you're responsible for, and that same concept we use in golf. And I find it you have to be very strategic. And you're out there for 4 hours if you're playing 18 holes. And you hear, do you know anybody? Can you recommend? And they talk about their experience. People love to talk about their life and their experiences. And that's where sometimes you go, yes, I do know somebody that can help you. She's in our legs group. She's an attorney. She's an accountant. She's a makeup artist, whatever. So you feel more comfortable when there's something in common because of the concept of golf. Golf is a hard game. It's not an easy game. Okay. And you need a job to pay for all the balls you lose because I lose all the balls all the time.
For real.
I'm looking for a golf sponsor.
Oh my gosh, right?
I need a golf sponsor, ball sponsor.
Let's reach out. Well, I think you're right there. And I don't know if you're a Brene Brown fan, but I think the reason why I felt that you can get closer to somebody in 9 holes of golf than 9 years of lunch meetings is because of the vulnerability that you're experiencing together on this shared battlefield where I don't see it like anytime I've been in competition, it's not like I'm playing against you. You're both playing against the course designer, so you're on this playing battlefield together full of surprises and you're just vulnerable enough to be out there for those surprises, good or bad. And for whatever reason, that's the magic that bonds you after a round of golf.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Can you share? I want to hear an inspiring story of women whose lives, confidence, or business have changed because of legs.
So many. So that's my favorite part is I'd say like the most common is the women that do lessen, but we're very much not conservative in terms of getting out on the course. Like we think women should get out on the course probably sooner than others do, but I love hearing I'm gonna go out on the course today. You go, girl. We've heard of like women landing $150,000 deals from a connection with legs and getting a client. We hear I'm going to take out a client out on the golf course. I'm going on my first golf trip. So all of those are great. But I'd say probably the best one is Reba. She's here in Salt Lake. She we didn't see her for a while. She's like, I got breast cancer, but I fought it, and now I'm writing a book. So I think that one is the one that I remember the most. But I think you get. I think that's the joy behind what we do, is seeing just all the progress both on the golf course and just in life.
That's amazing. So it's more like a sisterhood, community involvements. Other than these events that you have, do you have like a 1 year golf tournament for legs or anything like that?
We host like multiple retreats throughout the year. So we're going to Pinehurst in November. But actually, speaking of vision, that's something that has been on my wall forever. I really do want in 2027 to do, I think that will make us the most legitimate actual organization is doing a 2027 legs leadership summit. So one day of motivational speaking, one day of golf, just bringing the whole community together. So thanks for reminding me. That should probably be what I should work on this afternoon is actually getting that into reality.
So is there a sticky on your wall about that? Because you like to put visual stickies.
Yeah, right over there. I definitely, if you don't see it, you forget it, especially the way my brain works. It's like squirrel, squirrel every single day. So I might need to rewrite what's on my wall.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, you also have a 4 month golfer in the works. Tell me about her.
Yes, I'm adding that to my resume now. A golf mom, Nellie Jo Johnson, named after Nellie Corda, and born the day that Nellie won. She doesn't know it yet, but she loves golf, and that's that's been amazing. I think I was so afraid of having a baby sacrificing my ambitions, but it really it's an addition, you bring life into the world. It's not taking anything away, it's just adding. And so
Right.
I know that you have a 4-month-old
Yeah.
granddaughter as
Yeah.
well, so we might need to schedule a play date.
She already has her golf shoes that I bought her. White and pink, of course. So I'm ready. I'm going to get her a golf set as soon as she starts walking. So, of course, golf is, I love golf, as you can tell. So, to me, Legs is such an important group of women that have gotten together. Do you have, well, you just said you're going to put together a retreat. Do you have golf tournaments or golf trips just for women?
Oh yeah. So most of our trips are for women, where we've been to Pinehurst a couple times, Stream Song a couple times. Basically what I want is for women to have another conversation starter when they go in, say a prospective client and they look in their office and they have all the golf memorabilia, then they can say, "Oh yeah, I just got back from Pinehurst," or "Oh yeah, I just got back from Pebble Beach," because that is something men will recognize like, oh, tell me more. I want women to have golf stories. And you probably know this. There's nothing better than an all women's golf trip. They're so, the first time went to
Fun.
Stream Song. Yeah, it's like that all the guys, it's like they whipped their head around and they just stared at us. They're like, "What are you doing here?" We're like, we're here to golf. What are you doing here? And they're like, "You golf?" And I think that day I shot my lowest round. I shot a 74. So it was so nice bringing it back into the guy's face. Like, yeah, we golf and we'll kick your butt while we're at it.
So I went recently up to the in Georgia. I went to the Blue Ridge Mountains, and there is a golf course up there. And they asked me, "Do you know a group of women? Because we have here bed and breakfast. We have all the facility that would like to come up. It's mountain golf, okay? And I can put you in contact with the person. It is the most beautiful golf course in a valley."
Oh, cool.
In the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we're looking forward to going back. But they asked me, and I'll be happy to put you in contact with them if you want to put a group of women together. Totally unconventional. They have a restaurant, they have other facilities, and you could play. You can go horseback riding, you could go hiking, and whatever you want. But the golf course had me at hello because it's on a valley. And it's gorgeous. In case you want some information on that one, I also have another group that's going to Ireland. And I have the person that's putting it together, and he puts the package together, and you golf in a golf course that has a castle.
Oh my gosh.
Which was my favorite. So, traveling, I love traveling. I love golf. So anything I can help you with by any means whatsoever, let me know.
Yeah, we're actually going to Ireland in September to play golf. And so I'm excited. We did Scotland with our dads for our 1-year anniversary, which was an absolute blast, but excited to check out Ireland. I've never been there.
Oh, you would love it. You would love it. And the food was amazing. So there's so many places to go and so much fun all over. We went to, early last year, we went to Portugal and Spain. I have a friend in Marbella, Spain, who has invited me to go play. If you want me to put you in contact with her in case you want to go there. So,
heck yeah.
Traveling, togetherness, building relationships is, that's my passion. So if anybody's interested that's listening to this podcast to learn a little bit more about legs, how can they get a hold of you or the website or information?
So the easiest way is to go to legs.golf. If you really want to type out ladiesexecutivegolfsociety.com, it will take you to the same place. But I'd say go to legs.golf, click the button subscribe, and then you can see the locations we're at, and then you will get email invites just for future events. We don't spam. You can follow us on Instagram, Ladies Executive Golf Society, or your location, Legs Golf, say Atlanta, Legs Golf, Scottsdale. They can reach out to me, Jillian, at legsglobal.com, or find me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn every day, Jillian Johnson. Love connecting. I kind of find part of my career is what I call LinkedIn stalking, where I'm like, I have no problem reaching out to strangers and connecting. So would love to connect with anybody listening.
Absolutely. And we'll also put your information on the show notes just in case, they didn't write it down. So thank you so much for your time. A big kiss to
Nellie,
your daughter. Nellie, love her already. I haven't even met her. So thank you to our listeners. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Subscribe to our monthly newsletter, and we're going to have giveaways. Clothing, books, you name it, we're giving it away. So subscribe and follow us on social media, and visit our website, thetravelinggolfdiva.com, for the latest news and guest speakers. I'm Doris, your traveling golf diva. Until next time, keep swinging, keep traveling, and always add a diva flair to the game we love.
Thanks for listening to the Traveling Golf Diva podcast. Be sure to subscribe, share, and follow. Find the Diva on Facebook at The Traveling Golf Diva and on Instagram at The Golf Diva. And be sure to visit the travelinggolfdivapodcast.com for more inspiration. See you next time.